So what's going on, you guys? Max here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about what camera you should get if you're kind of just trying to jump into kind of like that filmmaking photography industry or just business. You're just starting off, but you know for a fact that you want to possibly do this in the future. You want maybe this to be your career option, but you don't know where to start. You don't know what camera to get. You don't know what other equipment to get, how this whole filmmaking process looks like. Well, today I kind of wanted to make that quick little dedicated video to kind of help you guys start off on the right path when it comes to what camera to get. But there's going to be multiple other videos that I'm going to make on filmmaking, what other equipment you should be buying, how to start, and all these other important things. But I also have a couple of playlists that I have up here that you guys can check out with other videos on sound effects and other things that I taught you guys that are going to help you if you're kind of starting off in the filmmaking kind of industry or just you're doing YouTube. So click up here, you guys can check out all of the other videos I've made, so definitely look up here for those. But today we're going to be talking about mainly about what camera I would recommend to those filmmakers that kind of want to take this a bit more seriously. So without further ado, I guess let's just dive straight into the video.
Having a great time out here, so much fun things to do, so have a fun time, you know, like I feel like I don't.
So welcome back, guys, to another video. Hope you guys have had an amazing week so far. I'm very excited because as you guys seen, my latest post was actually a music video, my first ever music video that I've ever done. I'm actually so excited about it. It's not doing incredibly well on YouTube. It's actually done pretty damn good on Instagram. You guys don't follow me on Instagram, follow me at Maxime Boyarski. We post every other day. We post photos and now we post behind the scenes work. So just go check out my Instagram. I'm very active and that is a pretty big platform for me as well. Also, if you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe. We post videos like this every single week and it does support the channel, so make sure and do that. But like I said, today we're going to be talking about pretty much the best camera to get if you're just starting off as a filmmaker or somebody who just wants to take this a bit more seriously than just YouTube filmmaking or just as a YouTube camera. Because if you aren't really serious about it, you're not sure yet, or you're just doing YouTube, you're not really a filmmaker, you just want a camera that's not expensive but gets the job done, there are other options like an M50, SL2, A6300 or A6400 that just recently came out. I'm actually shooting on the A6300. It gives you all the autofocus features, which I don't use because I use a Canon lens, which I actually manually focus. So I use my A6300 as a filmmaking camera, all manual, everything is manually done. But the cameras I'm going to be recommending today are dirt cheap. They're not crazy action-packed when it comes to just features, but as a filmmaker, it's important to put your money in other directions like lighting, audio, and other pieces of equipment than just dropping all of it on a camera. And starting with a cheap camera might actually give you better results and teach you the essence of filmmaking much faster. So today we're going to be talking about my favorite line of cameras to start off with and what I think most people start off with, and the camera that I personally started off with, and it is the Canon 700D, or an otherwise known as the T5i here in North America. It's known as the T5i. The T3i is fantastic, the T4i, the T6i. You can get them as low as 150 and all the way up to I think 400 is the most you should really get any of those four options for. The one that I've been using is a T5i. It's great. It came out about 5 years ago, so it did come out quite a bit ago, but personally the features you get on this is perfectly fine for filmmaking. You get 24 frames per second at full HD, which is not amazing, but honestly it just gets the job done. It's great. You get a flip out screen, it's touchscreen, great for beginners especially. The menu systems are really easy to work with, and in the future, like me, after about a year or when you start to feel comfortable because you're using one of these cameras and you're like, you know what, this guy is very limiting, I really need to upgrade. A great way to kind of get some cool upgrades for this guy is to get some really nice high quality glass from Sigma, their art series, or the L glass, because this is an EF mount, which there's literally thousands of lenses out there with the EF system, so you can get great glass to just upgrade the image of this camera, even though the actual quality of the image isn't fantastic. With great glass, you're gonna get amazing quality photos and videos. And in photography, personally, if you're starting in photo, this guy is really all you technically need. 18 megapixels, still fantastic. And for social media, people have mistaken my photos that I've done with this guy with like a 5D Mark IV. So if you're posting on social medias especially, not big difference. And if you're doing parties and stuff like that, nobody's ever gonna tell that you took it on this guy. So the only thing that might hold you back is the autofocus. It's only 9 focus points, but in general, it's a fantastic photography camera. There are actually a lot of great things out there on the internet like that are meant for the Rebel cameras to help just increase the production and the quality of this camera, like Magic Lantern. Gives you a ton of those really important settings like zebras, focus peaking, histograms. It gives you those things. And another great thing to get is also CineStyle. You just plug it into your computer, you download CineStyle. I might make videos on those a little bit later, but CineStyle is a nice flat picture profile you can download on the camera, get pretty good damn dynamic range. And actually the last 3 months that I've had the camera, which was around September, October, November, and most of December, I've used the CineStyle. I loved it and it performed incredible, like great dynamic range, and it just improved this guy. So when you've learned the essence of filmmaking, you can download things like CineStyle, improve the image quality, get things like Magic Lantern and improve the usability of the camera, get a good piece of glass, and you're gonna be good to go. And it's much better for filmmakers because it really pushes the boundaries of like creativity. Like because this guy doesn't have slow motion in full HD, you might have to play around with 720p instead and try and make it look good. And after a lot of practice and time, I've been able to make the 720p on this guy look pretty damn good, and I've used it over, I think, the end of my usage with this guy, which was about, I think about a month ago was the last time I used this guy as my main video camera. Still use it to this day, if you're wondering. Still use it for photos. It's my backup camera, second camera. I still use it. But like I said, the slow motion's not great, but you're gonna figure out creative ways of improving it, creative ways of pretty much figuring out how to compensate for that image quality loss that you get when shooting in 720, or how do you get slow motion when you're only shooting at 30 frames per second? How do I get slow motion with it? You gotta figure out ways to do that. And over the last year of testing and failing and making garbage videos, I have pretty much learned how to create high quality videos with this camera. And that's why when I switched to the A6300, I've been able to get such great quality videos, because it's not about the camera that made my videos better. The only thing the A6300 really did for me when it comes to these in-studio videos was just give me 4K. That's it. It gave me a sharper image and slightly better dynamic range so I can do a little bit more color grading. If it wasn't for my knowledge to lighting and color grading, it wouldn't matter that this guy shoots in 4K. Just it wouldn't matter. So that's why this camera is good enough. It's gonna help you learn pretty much the essence of filmmaking, photography. It's not expensive, which means you can invest your money in things like lenses, stabilizers, lighting, audio. Those are gonna be more important. But with all that said and done, hopefully you guys learned something new today. Hopefully you got something out of it. If you're a beginning filmmaker, I'm gonna leave links down in the description for eBay, some great options you can get with these cheaper cameras, and I've been using them for a while and creating some stunning work with them. So anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Go out, shoot some photos, shoot some videos. I'll see you guys next time, and peace out.